Hi Colton, this is Mike at Bigfoot Trailers. I thought I would just shoot you a video that kind of tells a little bit about how we do things, and maybe that might help with you guys understanding what we would need in a building or how we would plan on setting things up. This building that I'm standing in is 40 by 100, and it's the second building in our operation down here. And it's very representative of what we want to do up in Richmond. This building produces 2 trailers off of this jig every day, and the process starts in the jig, and we have 2 welders that work in here. The first welder works on this table that you see. He's already gone for the day. They come in pretty early and they try to get out as early as possible. But he already built 1 trailer in this jig, which you see over in the back of the building there being welded on right now. So we have jig welder, and then after it's been flipped welder. And together the 2 guys produce 2 of these equipment trailers per day. The jig, you can see, is just laying on the floor. It's not bolted down. It could have been bolted down, but we don't need to. It's so heavy duty. The welders get suspended typically above the jig so that the guys are more efficient and the hoses and stuff aren't laying on the ground. You can see I actually hung this welder on the actual bridge crane I-beam. You see the bridge crane that we built ourselves right there, and just copied the Florida Handling Systems crane that's in the other building. It's just 2 I-beams that are welded in to the actual roof of the building, and a cross bridge crane that goes up there. I believe the owner of this building was excited that we were putting this in because it obviously enhances the building. If we absolutely had to, we could build a standalone crane that doesn't touch the building, but would just be bolted into the floor. That would not be the best way to do it, in my opinion, but if that's what we have to do, we will. You can also see the little jib crane in the back end that has another welder hanging from it that's just mounted to the wall of the building. That is currently welded to the wall, but it could have been bolted to the wall. It didn't have to be welded. Again, the property owner here is flexible and knows that the welding we do, that it's professional and that we're not going to damage the building. That's basically the process of how trailers are built in here. I'm going to walk you through our little cut room. This operation will probably just be done here in Florida, and then the parts will be shipped up. But we have a room where we cut all our materials here with different kind of automated saws. Here you can kind of see what it looks like outside, and the storage, how the storage would look. We have to have racks. We'll build our own racks that store the steel outside. You can see different pieces of steel that are in these racks. And then you can see all our trailers. There's trailers that are in production lined up with trailers that are completely finished. And you asked about our paint booth. The filters on the intake filters on these things are always falling out, and since it doesn't matter, we're not painting cars, we don't bother to keep them up as well as we probably should. So you notice the intake filters are not on the doors. If a fly goes in there and touches a trailer, it typically doesn't cause too much of a problem. In this little alleyway, you'll see where our painters are set up, and the fire suppression system and all that kind of stuff is here. Inside the paint booth is an auto lift that we install. It's a customized that lifts the trailer up so that the painter can paint the bottom of the trailer is just as well as he does the top. That's something we do that other manufacturers don't do. Again, I told you the paint booth was going to be ugly inside. It has plastic on the walls that you can probably see in this video, and a couple times a year we'll rip the plastic off the walls and then put new plastic up so that it doesn't destroy the paint booth. And Otherwise, with the amount of painting that you're doing when you're painting trailers, and this booth produces 4 trailers a day. The one up in Richmond's gonna be doing half of that. We run about 20 trailers a week here. Right now, our goal is 10 trailers a week in Richmond. Again, this guy's not here working now because he's already gone for the day. So we built this extension to the roof here, and just extended the building out so that the paint booth wouldn't take up our outside space. And I'm thinking if I get far enough back, you could see the stack coming out the roof there. It had to come out a certain number of feet to meet the codes. Our paint booth is permitted and proper fire suppression and all that kind of stuff by the county. Hopefully this kind of describes a little bit about what we do and what we look like. It's not a very pretty place, but this is what we look like here in Florida.